All right, welcome. I am Vennessa McConkey, who is a mom of 3 young boys. I'm happily married to the love of my life, coming from a corporate world, now with 3 autoimmune diseases. I am a certified functional nutrition wellness coach who educates and empowers women during their in-between moments, the ones that doctors can't and shouldn't help you with, so that they can live a vibrant life with the way that we were designed to, with their autoimmune diseases and invisible chronic illnesses. So I want you to go ahead, join me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. Those links are all in the comments below. Please share with your friends and family, okay? All right, so many people are experiencing changes in their world right now, right? Whether it's a job change, whether it's a health situation going on with themselves or family, or even something going on with your children's education. I know we've been going through all of those and more and everything in between, right? And so here we talk about the in-between moments. That's what we like to share. And I know things over the past couple years have seemed to be in, we'll call it complete chaos, okay, to put it lightly, right? Am I right? And this is something I've been saying for so many years, like way back to my first job out of college. We all have obstacles in our life, and we are going to continue to have obstacles, and we're going to have to overcome. But here's the thing, is we have to start looking at these problems and these obstacles as, here it is, the phrase that everyone just loved to hate, opportunities for improvement. Y'all, my employees and coworkers, seriously, they hated that I said that. Okay, that was just an opportunity for improvement. It's not a problem. It is. It's a choice, okay? And I know that's so hard for a lot of you to hear right now, okay? Especially as you're going through some health challenges personally, maybe some financial challenges with yourself or family members. Maybe you've just been recently diagnosed with a condition after all these years of trying to figure it out. Maybe you just got a massive lab bill and you're like, I wasn't expecting that. You still have obstacles that are in your way, but hear me out. This now gives you an opportunity for a new way of thinking, okay? Strengths, a new way of eating, living, ways that are gonna optimize your health and help you to keep on designing the best you. That's what we're all about here, is designing the best you. The world needs you, y'all, okay? So today's coffee chat, we're gonna focus on solutions, okay? A shift of our thinking, possibly a possibility that we can be better. We can heal, okay? We can manage our conditions. I want you to remember how powerful you are, okay? Think about yourself and your situation and how it dramatically affects your health and well-being. And guys, the change begins with you, okay? That's so important. So you're like, Vennessa, what does that look like? Well, today in our coffee chat, we're talking about managing our health through lifestyle changes, okay? There's so many things we can't change, right, in this world. Can't change some of the politics, we can't change about a lot of things, but what we can change is our own health, okay? The things are on the end of our fork, in our home, the clothes we wear, all that stuff. Yes, right? Yes. But I want to be real with you. So many of you are like, I just need to follow X program or plan or diet or whatever, and my conditions, they're going to be put in remission. I'm going to feel so much better. I'm going to lose all the weights I've been wanting to lose, and I'll be fine and dandy. Y'all, here's the thing. That is temporary, okay? That is completely temporary. This has to be a lifestyle change, and it's hard. A lot of it starts up here. So for the past few weeks and the next couple weeks and today, I'm going to be continuing to dive into each part of my incredible program during our coffee chats, okay? I feel you guys need to know these things. There's aspects that contribute to our overall health that we have to address in order to optimize our life. It's about those in-between moments. I literally have a client who, oh my gosh, she's so funny. She's like, all I gotta do is change my diet and my autoimmune conditions and symptoms are gonna just drastically reduce. Part of that's true, okay? We always start with diet here because it's actually the easiest one to change. But the others, we've got toxins, infections, stress, sleep, movements. They seem easier, but they're not. If you don't fix that health and what's on the end of your fork, whatever, right? It's gonna be harder. But here, my program, it goes way deeper and helps you even way more with that. So if you want to just dive in and you're like, I'm gonna go get her, like, Vennessa, come on, let's get the ball rolling. The link to connect with me, I'm gonna put that in the comments as well, okay? Otherwise, I want you to keep listening, keep watching for some small steps that you can take now. Because it is all the small steps that add up, right? If you've ever read the book Slight Edge, small things add up. So here's the meat. Let me get adjusted, ready to go. Since we're having a crazy week the last week, I'm actually going to be sharing 2 of the next pillars in my program because we missed last week to manage our autoimmune diseases, sleep and Toxins. Whoa, those are hefty ones. I do say they're hard and struggling and right? First, sleep. We know how important sleep is, yet we all seem to push it back to the back burner because we're like, there's something else that needs our attention. Am I the only one? Social media, movies, just anything else? But here's a few sleep hacks that I love to share with my clients and in my programs that have radically changed how us personally have slept, the clients have slept, and it's amazing, okay? But here's the thing is, sadly, our personal situations have become too common in our stressed out, super busy, hyper caffeinated modern world, right? We have so many responsibilities, we juggle daily, quality sleep, it does take that back burner, and the repercussions, they show up in our health and around our waistlines. Inadequate sleep can actually quickly sabotage our efforts at getting healthy and losing weight. Did you know that? It's a major cornerstone, sleep, for a healthy, energetic, joyful life. And not getting enough sleep or getting poor quality sleep adversely affects our hormones, and it makes you hungry and store fat. Just saying. There's actually a study that I found that just one partial night's sleep could create insulin resistance, which that paves a path for diabetes and other health problems. It contributes to health problems, mood disorders, poor immune function, lower life expectancy, heart disease. You have cravings and blood sugar imbalances, and it leads to prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and can exacerbate autoimmune conditions. No thank you. Those are all troublesome enough, right? I know I've realized that the lack of sleep, it adversely impacts my health, my mood too, right? So I have to make it priority, and it's hard some days. So I give myself a goal to get 7 or 8 hours of sleep a night. Now, I do get interrupted with kids, yes, but by experimenting, I have figured out when I do get those 8 hours of really good quality sleep, I feel much better. I'm alert, I'm focused, and trust me, I know what a challenge that it can be, okay? So I wanna give you 8 ways that you can achieve better night's sleep, right? 1, get on a regular sleep schedule. Going to sleep and waking up at the same time each day, it creates a rhythm for your body. Your body needs routine and rhythm. Only use your bed for sleep or romance. Don't keep a television in there, guys. Studies have shown that artificial bright lights, right, from our phones and everything like that, can disrupt brain activity that can alter your sleep hormones like melatonin. Your bedroom should be a quiet and peaceful haven. Number 3, get natural sunlight. Aim for at least 20 minutes a day, preferably in the morning. And what that does is it triggers your brain to release chemicals that regulate sleep cycles. 4, avoid computers, smartphones, tablets, television at least 1 hour before bed, okay? You might try those blue light exposures and things like that about 3 hours before bed. Get the blue light blockers and things like that to walk around your house, tune the lights down, right? My husband loves this next one. 5, an acupressure mat. What this does is it helps stimulates your parasympathetic nervous system and creates deep relaxation. So do it about 30 minutes before bedtime. 6, get grounded. At times, guys, these electromagnetic frequencies can impair sleep. I recommend turning off Wi-Fi, keep your electronic devices away from your bed. I have this necklace that I wear, it keeps it away. Another thing is create a common area charging station in your home and encourage all your family members to keep all of their devices and basically check them in before bed, okay? Then clear your mind. Everyone knows how something that's resonating on your mind, it hinders your sleep, right? So turning your mind off can be a challenge, yes, but keep a journal or notebook by your bed and write down your to-do list. Write down all your crazy thoughts and things like that before you go to bed. So when you close your eyes, it's less likely for your mind to spin. Last one, perform light stretching or yoga before bed. Get a foam roller, those are great. It relaxes your mind, your body, and research shows that things like daily yoga can actually improve sleep significantly. Oh, wait, I got one more for you. Use herbal therapies. Something like passion flower or valerian root extract. Always consult your doctor before, okay? But other natural sleep supplements that include melatonin or magnesium. I love Calm magnesium powder. Just put it in a glass of water and drink up. And what that does is it really helps just calm your body, okay? It really, really does. We want to regulate our system so that we can drift into sleep, right? So you can find these sleep and other quality supplements in various stores, but again, ask your practitioner. Using these relaxation practices like meditation or deep breathing, they calm your mind so you can drift into sleep. I always like essential oils too, like lavender and chamomile and Lang, I can never really pronounce that one. Those are really, really good. So I have found that these strategies, and I go in the depth again in these in my program, they really help with a better night's sleep. And I encourage you to give them a try, and if you want more ideas, let me know. But if you do employ these strategies and still struggle with sleeping, please, I really, really want you to get in touch with a functional medicine practitioner like myself or someone else you're comfortable with who can determine whether things like, it could be a food sensitivity or allergy or intolerance, a thyroid issue, menopause, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome. There could be some toxicity issues, stress, depression. Those are all things that can interfere with your sleep. Now, take a drink of choice. Let's dive into toxins. So I'm just going to say it because these days I'm speaking with boldness. If y'all haven't noticed, toxins are making you sick, fat, and inflamed. Okay? Whether you know it or not, they are. Okay? It is absolutely no secret that the crazy environment that we live in is having an extremely negative effect on our health. Okay? Listen to this. 80,000 toxic chemicals are released into our environments since the dawn of the Industrial Revolution. Whoa. Yet very few of them have actually been tested for long-term impact on human health. We're like experimental guinea pigs, y'all, okay? From the polluted air we breathe, to the food additives we consume, untested skin products we lather on, sprays, right? Chemical soups that just bombard us every day, okay? Our environment is making us sick. Now, I don't want you to go out and be like, okay, I gotta start making all of my home products and, driving yourself nuts over that stuff. No. I heard this a while ago, and it's all about learning to limit exposure and making choices to at least cut down the exposure in a way that's reasonable for you and creates awareness and empowerment. So it's about looking forward and not backwards. Okay, so I want to share with you a few things that you can start doing now to limit that exposure and reduce the possibility of making you and your family sick or sicker. Okay, so the first one is toxic chemicals in children. Guys, kids are so precious, and they're the most contaminated because not only do they get exposed to in the uterus, but they're also eating things like baby food that have preservatives and chemicals and coloring and glyphosate. I can't ever say that. Another pesticides. Oh my goodness. Guys, babies and toddlers, they spend most of the time on the floor. They're picking up things, they're touching things, they're putting everything in their mouths, which is fine to a point, but their detoxification mechanisms haven't fully developed. So if you're starting to get exposed early in life, you have a long period for those chemicals to manifest in your body and have damaging effects. Guys, our grandparents, they had cleaner foods that they cooked, fewer processed foods, fewer chemicals. They didn't have lawns that were sprayed with all kinds of weed killers, right? We now have upward of 3,000 toxic chemicals in food and water alone, okay? Take care of your kids. Okay, the next one is chemicals in our food. To start with, guys, the soil these days has such a lower nutrient value, which makes it harder for our bodies to defend against toxic chemicals. Omega-3s, vitamin D, C, folic acid. Guys, those are such beneficial products to our immune system and can help block the damaging effects of BPA and other endocrine disrupting chemicals, as well as lead. Having an iron deficiency, if y'all have that, it actually lowers the ability to manage lead toxicity. Guys, processed foods are just taking over the market, right? They're cheaper, they're easier, but they're less nutrient dense and calorie dense and have so many chemicals. But here's the good thing, is we have markets now that have frozen organic vegetables, which may even have more nutrient value than fresh since they're flash frozen. Whereas the fresh foods may have been picked, traveled, touched, stored in coolers, all those things for up to 6 months. Did you know that? Up to 6 months, okay? Then we have the dangers of plastics. One of the problems with plastics is the chemicals that are used to make plastics either soft or hard, and it's called BPA. BPA now is a part of a family of chemicals called phenols that are used to make plastics harder, but they're endocrine disruptors. They almost act like hormones, okay? But BPA is shown to be harmful at incredibly low doses, okay? So they take it out and substitute with another phenol, like BPS or BPFB, which hasn't been studied as much. Then you get phthalates, right, that are another class of chemicals used in plastic products from cookware to personal care products, even food ingredients like in cereals that make plastics soft and squishy, okay? They're used in like the soft grip of cookware. right? These phthalates are they're also endocrine disruptors, and they can block, okay, listen, it's block testosterone and have an estrogenic effect at very low levels. That's scary. Then you have GMOs, right? The genetically modified crops, right? The majority of them are designed to be resistant to an herbicide like the ingredient in Roundup, right? That companies use to make seeds, okay? Mexico has just banned it and is being banned in almost every other country except the United States, okay? This is a widely used herbicide and has multitude of negative health effects. It makes me sick to my stomach, right? Again, it's a probable carcinogen and it's an endocrine disruptor. But there are organic and less toxic herbicides that can be used. Then we have the plastic recycling codes on the bottom of the plastic bottles and the little triangle. Do you know that? There's a number from 1 to 7. 7 is BPA, okay? 3 is polyvinyl chloride. 6 is styrene for styrofoam. So we should avoid any kind of plastic with 3, 6, or 7. Good to know, huh? Toxins in the water. Guys, we use lead pipes and lead would leach into the water. We used to use those, right? We switched to copper. Excess levels of copper are now also toxic. Now we've got PVC pipes, and we know that polyvinyl chloride is not safe either. Guys, our water treatment plants, which there's about 160,000 that are mandated to test for 91 chemicals under the Safe Water Act of 1974, while there's actually 90,000 chemicals on the market. They don't have the infrastructure to filter out all of the prescription medications that are found in our sewage, okay? They just don't. We have coal ash. We have all these chemicals that are in the water supplies. So the solution, filter your water before you drink it. And then reverse osmosis filters are the most effective ways to clean our water. Okay, so buy one and have it installed under your sink. We've got one on the side. You know, if you can afford getting a full house water one, do it. Because again, what goes on your body in the shower too. But you know, if you can't afford the big house filter system, then use whatever filter system you can afford, okay? And the next one we have is stainless steel bottles and containers are generally safe. Though if they're made in China, be leery, please, okay? Then you have non-toxic Teflon cookware that's been marketed to be green and safe, such as the porcelain, ceramic, and pans. Guys, those are all part of the toxins, and I've said this in previous episodes, and I'm going to say it again, okay? Again, bear with me. Chronic disease, it affects half of all Americans and accounts for 84% of our almost $4 trillion healthcare bill. Now, that would be depressing, except for one thing. Most of these illnesses are lifestyle related. What does that mean? It means they're preventable, they're treatable, and they're often reversible through changes in your lifestyle factors like diet, exercise, stress, toxins, sleep. But conventional medicine, it teaches us to diagnose disease by symptoms, not their underlying cause. So if you want to cool off things like inflammation in your body, brain fog, all that stuff, you got to find the source. You got to treat the fire, not the smoke, okay? So I want you to give these strategies a try and see if you don't start to feel better, okay? And if you're looking for a kickstart, always message me and we can get you started. I can get you started on some meal plans. We can get you started on a toxic relief, we'll call it, system. My goal is never to make it difficult. I just want you to keep on designing the best to you. This world needs you, okay? They need you to experience vibrant health. Your kids need you, your family needs you, your community needs you. All right, I hope that was beneficial to you guys, and as always, share, and we'll see you next week.